Currently, there are 4 Turkish players in the NBA. Enes Kanter is a very good offensive player. Cedi Osman can ball, although he's a defender as well. Furkan Korkmaz is hitting some threes for the 76ers, and so is Ersan Ilyasova for the Bucks. But there's one guy who did that all before them. One of the first 3-point shooting big men, the first Turkish All-Star and an NBA champion. What's up guys, Purple Prince here. Today we're looking at Mehmet Okur and his career. Before we start, I wanted you to take a quick look at this game. Jolly Bat is a really cool 2D game where your main goal is to safely fly your bat to the finish line. Get into practice mode to figure out the physics of the game. There are 10 seasons, 200 plus levels to complete, and you can also try to get the highest score in the game by competing in the score mode where you'll be ranked against other players around the world in the leaderboards. It's available on Android and iOS, so get it now and try it out. I'll post links down below. Okay, back to basketball. Okur started his professional career in 1997 when he was a member of Oyak Renault team in Turkish Basketball League. A season there, 1 season in Tofaş, and in 2000 he was transferred to one of the better known Turkish teams, Efes Pilsen. Mehmet Okur was drafted with the 37th pick in the 2002 NBA draft by the Detroit Pistons, but instead of moving to America right away, Okur stayed 1 more season in Turkey. That was quite a successful decision, as Okur won the Turkish Basketball League Championship in 2002. He averaged 13.5 points per game during his last season in Turkey. Okur joined the Detroit Pistons for the 2002-2003 NBA season. Mostly coming off the bench, Okur played in 72 games, averaged 19 minutes, 6.9 points, and 4.7 rebounds. In his second season with the team, Okur already averaged 9.6 points and 5.9 rebounds, and by each game he was becoming more and more comfortable in the NBA. His lack of experience in big games relegated him to bench duties during the Pistons' 2004 playoff run, but nevertheless, he had some solid games along the way, and he was with the team when the Pistons won the 2004 NBA championship. So just 2 years into his NBA career, Okur was an NBA champion. Due to salary cap limitations, the Pistons weren't able to pay a top-level salary for Okur, so instead he signed a 6-year, $50 million contract with the Utah Jazz. That was the best decision of his career. In Utah, Okur was one of the highlights. Already in his first season, Okur played 28.1 minutes per game and rewarded the team with 12.9 points and 7.5 rebounds. For his second season, he came back with a 3-point shot. He started attempting 3 3-point shots per game, which for this day and age seems laughable, but back then it was insane for a big guy. And he converted 34.2% of those 3-point shots. 2005-2006 was Okur's best year. He played all 82 games, averaged career-high 18 points and 9.1 rebounds. He continued his strong performance next year by averaging 17.6 points and 7.2 rebounds, and making the NBA All-Star game. Okur was the first Turkish player ever to be selected in the NBA All-Star game. Even though his point totals went down a bit, he was now attempting 4.2 3-pointers per game and making them at a 38.4% rate. It was clear now that Okur is a serious threat from deep, and that's why his rebounds went down, as he was shooting more from distance and not under the basket. The Utah Jazz finished the 26-27 season as the 4th seed in the Western Conference and went all the way to the Western Conference Finals, where they lost to eventual champions the San Antonio Spurs. Next season, with the emergence of Carlos Boozer, Deron Williams, and Andrei Kirilenko, Okur was now featured less on offense, but still averaged a solid 14.5 points per game. He averaged 17 points per game again for the 2008-2009 season, and on January 12, 2009, Okur even established a new career high in points by scoring 43 points against the Indiana Pacers. Okur also had a good 29-10 season for the Jazz, but unfortunately in the first game of the 2010 playoffs against the Denver Nuggets, Okur was driving to the basket and ruptured his Achilles tendon. He had been dealing with Achilles tendonitis for about 2 weeks at that point and played through painkillers. It was especially devastating because Okur now also had to miss the World Basketball Championships in his native Turkey. The Achilles injury effectively ended his career. Okur made his encore return on December 17, 2010 and scored just 2 points against the Hornets. but the rest of the season was injury-riddled, and in total, he played just 13 games. During the NBA lockout, Okur signed a contract with Turk Telekom and played there until the NBA lockout ended. And when it did, the Jazz didn't need him anymore. Once one of the most prolific shooting big men in the game was now just an injury-riddled former self. Okur was traded to the New Jersey Nets but ended up playing just 17 games there. In March 2012, he was once again traded, this time to the Portland Trail Blazers. He was waived just a week later. Injuries had finally caught up on him, and later in 2012, Okur retired from basketball. Mehmet Okur retired from the game of basketball at just 33 years of age. He finished his NBA career with 634 games played and averages of 29.1 minutes, 13.5 points, and 7 rebounds. He was a one-time NBA champion and a one-time NBA All-Star. For his career, Okur shot 37.5% from the three-point range, and in total made 596 three-pointers. One of the finest shooting big men of the mid-2000s and the pride of Turkey. Okur returned to the NBA in 2016 to work for the Phoenix Suns players development, but was fired after just one season. Thanks for watching the video, guys. How do you remember Mehmet Okur? Could he have become a multiple-time All-Star, or he was already declining before the injuries? Leave your comment down below. As always, please like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Download the game JollyBat and press bell notifications to not miss any videos from my channel in the future. Thank you very much. This is Purple Prince, and I'm out.